Hey, hey, hey. It's Sarah Jane from Access Your True Nature, and I have just broken my tripod, so I'll be holding the phone today. I'll try and keep it still, and I forgot my earphones. So, day 18, actively appreciating your worth. Hi, Mandy. Nice to see you here. So, yay, give me some love, give me some hearts. Thank you for joining me. I do appreciate these 4:30 meetings with you where we're really deepening into active appreciation. And today the topic that we're going to be discussing is your value and your worth, because all the women that I have had the honor and privilege of working with over the years, we all seem to start with the same doubts and really just self-doubt around valuing our worth. I love you too, Mandy. I love you too. Nice to see you here. And a lot of the things are the same similar woundings of lacking confidence, or that they don't know what they are here to do, and they don't believe that they have any gifts, and they don't have anything worthy of sharing with the world. And this is a big one, because like I talked about yesterday, our mind is a dangerous thing, and oftentimes we hear these words and we know it, and yet we don't believe our deep down. We don't believe what is true in our hearts. We believe this crazy thing on our heads. And I'm just curious to know, and type in the comments or questions. Hi Ricky, nice to see you here. Give me some love, give me some thumbs up. Share this, tag it with somebody that you know that might be doubting their worth and their value in the world, or that their gifts matter, or they have something valuable to share in the world. And I want you to just go deep down and tap into your heart as well, and just ask yourself an honest question, and that is, are you using your worth as a weapon of mass destruction against yourself? I was having a conversation with one of my clients yesterday about how she just is so stuck in her story, and so stuck in the pain of what's going on in her life right now. And she's finding it really difficult to move forward in her life and actually start over and transition to this whole new chapter of her life, because she is in fear. She's stuck in the fear. And remember, fear isn't real. We're not afraid of pain at all. We're not afraid of pain. We're afraid of not living and creating a positive impact in the world. And she does amazing work, as many of you do. I know many of you do incredible things. And remember, the world is not waiting for someone like you. The world is waiting for you, and what only you have to offer the world. There's only one of you. And just by your mere existence, just by you being born into this body at this time, being you, is proof that you are worthy of everything that you want. And this beautiful lady that I was speaking to yesterday, she said, yes, but, yes, but. And she believes that everyone is deserving of getting everything that they want. And yet she was not able to see that she's worthy too. There was a yes, but. And when we change that into a yes, and, where is it that you are devaluing yourself? Where are you not able to see your greatness in the world? We started to make a different pivot and change that old storyline, because it's just a lie. And I totally agree. Yes, we are deserving of everything. And deserve, it comes from the Latin word of service. So where are you not being in service to yourself, starting by really tapping into the I am worthy of having something. Sorry, there's a little distraction right now. I lost my train of thought. So, just because you're fully worthy of anything you want to have, what if that's all that there is? The problem is that you don't believe that you're worthy. I'm worthy on that too. Ongoing process. Yeah, so what if it's not even a process? What if it is just about acknowledging, Christina, that that there's something that you're not seeing. There's something that you're missing. And this is where we need community. This is where tribe is so important. This is where having family and people around you that are where you aspire to go and are doing things that you aspire to do in your own way can really help you to rise up out of that old story. You know, people come up with so many things, don't they, from their past, and they think that that's who they are now, is to validate the old story. And you're not your old story. You're worthy because you are. That's it. There is no yes but. But if you're doubting, if you're right now saying, yes, but I'm not like that, then you are in that place. You know, there you go. You're not allowing yourself to value who you are in this moment because you still think your past stories, your past experiences, your past story is not who you are. And we're on day 18 now, so I'm hoping that by now you really are beginning to get this, that you are not your story, you are not your thoughts, you are the one that thinks. You are not the thought, you are not the story, you're the one that's created the story in your mind to keep you stuck in the space of changing the things that you don't want, because we think that that's an easy way. That's the spiritual bypass. My whole life has been pain. Yeah, and I feel you. And you do get it. How can't you be afraid of pain? It's not pain that we're afraid of. It never is the pain that we're afraid of. We know we've endured much pain in our lives. Each one of us have a story, and I want you to use the power of parable to rise up out of that. It's not pain, it's intensity that you're afraid of. To live an intense life means you're not flatlining. It's not one thing. It's not all the things that you think that it is. Okay? So, you know, we've all been through things in the past, and we may have many regrets. You know, there's certain things that still hurt. They hurt deep down in my heart because of the experience not being aligned with what I thought my life was going to look like. So how much perception of yourself is based on who you were in the past? That's the story of who you are. And that's what's painful a lot of the time, is that you identify yourself as that you can't get past your past. You can't get past your story. And the only thing that decides whether you're worthy or not is really based on how attached you are to the past. And this is where the work that I do in root cause resolution, in getting to the root cause of when you decided, so that point of creation that you decided to create this identity with the experience, with your story, is holding you out of the beautiful opportunities and possibilities that are waiting for you. And this is where the mindfulness work, the meditation, the forgiveness work, the shadow work is so important in supporting us and letting go, in getting somebody that knows nervous system work, in knowing who's walked the path, who has risen up. And I'm not saying that I know everything. I still am in pain a lot, and I'll probably talk about some of what's been going on today, just some of the realizations of where I was still attached to my past story of the life that I once had, that I don't have anymore. But looking forward to look at letting go of that, because it doesn't serve you. Just like your thoughts don't change anything, you have to take inspired action. So give me some hearts, give me some thumbs up if this is resonating with you. Some old hurts. Yeah. And I love the vulnerability of that. So yeah, so if there's still a place that frightens you about your past story, there's still work to do, Ricky. And this is where, that is the mastery, as Christina said earlier. It's just like, I think we're constantly working on our pain in our identification to the past. And the minute that you start seeing yourself as less than, or someone greater than, or your story being bigger than you, it's the same thing. I always say over and over to myself and to my clients is never make anything, especially money or other people, greater than you. Because if you're making something greater, it's like if you're saying, oh, the best sex that I ever had, the best the best time of my life was in 19 Footsack. You're actually, just by coming to that conclusion, not allowing yourself to receive anything greater than that. Does that make sense? Give me some thumbs up if that makes sense, or some hearts. Think of it like this, and this is again where I could talk on and on about ranking. We're the only species that ranks ourselves as and compares. That's the comparison trap. We're ranking all the time, every time. Or so think of the words that we thank you for the hearts, thank you, keep them coming. We're ranking all the time as to where do we need to validate our own worthiness. You can call it comparison, you can call it whatever you want. Oh, it's freezing out here, my hand's getting cramp. But think about it like this. If you think someone like Trump or a guru, that take someone like Tony Robbins, just by the mere fact of saying I'm not a guru, not your guru, is telling you that you need to follow him, that he is your guru. It's very subliminal in what it is, but we're ranking all the time that someone has a better life than yours, or someone's more successful than you. And I think Facebook and social media is very deceptive at times, because people always look like the supermodel and perfect home and perfect makeup and the perfect life and the perfect child, and everything looks perfect. But I think we live in a time, especially as coaches, especially as people, we're all touching people's lives. It doesn't matter what your transaction is or how you do it. We need people, right? We need people, because money comes to us through people. And without that heart connection, without that integrity of authenticity, money can't come to you. Neither can you. You can't. It's just all fucked up. But anyway, I'm digressing a little bit. But think about somebody like Trump or Tony Robbins, and then you're in the middle, and then you have a homeless person, just a person that has less home than you. Or less home that they perhaps had in the past. There you go, time of the day. That guy comes on his bike every day this time. If you get nervous, or you kind of get butterflies when somebody important comes up to you or talks to you or walks in a room, and you're still nervous, you're ranking yourself less than that person. So if it's just like, if you feel nervous, if you, as you were saying, Ricky, feel like, oh my gosh, I don't dare go there, that nervousness is the very reason where we can take it as a gift, as a little clue, as our body giving us that canary in the coal mine scenario, to say, gosh, what else do I need to do in regards to this? I have to show you this. Hello, look at Lily. Lily. Let me try and turn this around. The cat has come up to the house. Lily. And there's Peppa. Lily, say hi to the people. Hi, Lily. Kitten. Hey, kiss. Lily. Isn't she beautiful? Anyway, that's what you call a pattern interrupt. She's come up from the other house. She's starting to explore the garden, and somebody's phoning me now. So animals don't walk around going, oh gosh, I'm not worthy of being in this house, or oh, I'm not worthy of this, or I'm not worthy of that. Animals just be who they're going to be, and they make the best of every new opportunity and every new tree. They don't say, oh my god, I can't pee on that tree because that's an exotic. They just pee wherever they want to pee. And yet we're the ones that hold ourselves back from receiving greater and bigger and better, because we're ranking all the time. So, if an opportunity is coming your way, or you're getting nervous when somebody important walks in the room, or somebody that you think has it all figured out in the room, and you're still getting nervous, you're ranking yourself as less than. Isn't she beautiful? She's the most pretty cat. So, you know, take worthiness out of the equation, because you are worthy just by you being here. Hi, Heather. Nice to see you. You might want to go back and listen to this again, because we're kind of talking about value, your value and your worthiness. And it's a weird thing, this, because it does fall into ranking. And societies have been ranking and having power over and dominion over and putting people in their place for forever. You know, the caste system in India is still very alive and kicking, and it's everywhere. Everywhere you look, it's happening, you know, and we're wanting to get past that. So, you know, if you got a job offer for, you know, if you've been earning $10,000 or rands a month, and someone offered you 10 million a month, would you see yourself as more valuable because somebody else is giving you the acknowledgement that you're worthy? You know, it's an inside job. And if you're taking yourself as worth less than somebody else, you're not able to receive all the amazing things that are available to you if you just got over yourself. You know, if you think about that as relationship, if you want to be with somebody and you go into, oh gosh, you know, they never give me a second glance, or oh my gosh, you know, I couldn't possibly have somebody like that, you are taking yourself out of the equation of receiving something incredible and amazing. If you would just dare yourself to go there and know that you are worthy and deserving of everything. Okay, but you have to come from the deserve of service, coming from here again, to actually allow love in, to allow opportunity and wisdom and wonderfulness to come in. You know, when every time I think about it now, every time I've taken a leap in my business, in my life, into something really, really scary, and I've freaked out, I know that I'm really, really close to something magical expanding in my life. And I'm sure you can relate to it too. We definitely connect worthiness to money. Yeah, silly but true. Yeah, we're cute, not bright. So, you know, if you're not freaking out when you're getting what you ask for, when you've worked your backside off and you suddenly get the promotion, or you get an incredible offer from someone, or somebody headhunts you. I've been headhunted so many times by companies because I was a great problem solver my whole life, and people used to want me to go and work for them. And when I did, I'd freak out because I'm like, holy crap, I'm out of my depth, I can't do this. And we go into all the objections and all the ways that we can reject ourselves to keep ourselves small. So just know, you know, it's really an illusion, for me anyway, that I would create this illusion in my head that I wasn't worthy, that I couldn't do it, that it was, you know, I was out of my depth. And really all it is that I wasn't in alignment yet with that thing, because I had no idea what it really was. But I say yes, you know, say yes to the things, and then the how will come to you, because there's a good chance that the greatest, most miraculous, amazing things could happen for you, that are so special and so magical in your life, in your body, in your health, in your relationships, in your business, if you just allow yourself to know that you are worthy of all of it. So if you're freaking out, just know that it's based on a lie that you've created for yourself about how worthy you think that you are. I've done it. I know what that feels like. And then you got to move on or stay stuck, you know, and only you get to choose. So your worthiness is only based on a story of your past. It's not the truth, okay? It's not the truth. And you are really only this moment. And you have to get that you are everything, that you can have anything. And if you are only seeing worthlessness, you're stuck in a lie. I mean, worthiness isn't even a real thing, okay? It's something that you made up, or somebody before you made up. It's the assigns, it's the issues, it's all the stuff that you inherited through your ancestral and your family and your cultural baggage of where you think you are deserving based on societal standards or cultural standards. Or, I see this a lot with people with money. They don't want to make more money than their parent, their mother or their father, because that would make their father feel less than. And none of it's true. I love to say yes first. Yeah, absolutely. And follow your heart. Your body leans in when it's light and it's aligned. And sometimes it's just, there's that nervousness that I was talking about. And then it's just like, what other information do I need? What information am I missing? Or who do I need to speak to? So it's always yes and. Okay? So deep down you're worthy of anything. And you just know, because it feels like there's an expansiveness to it. And that's the place you have to go, into the deep down, into the unconditional love of that space that is a little bit excited. Okay? And where are you misidentifying fear as excitement or pain as intensity? I want to have an intense life. I don't know about you. Give me some hearts if you agree. There's such a misidentification based on our programming that there's something to be afraid of. And what are we going to lose? We're always looking at what are we going to lose, rather than what do I have to gain by going there, and just allowing myself to go deep down. And the more you practice this, the more that you lean in, the more it becomes the place you live all the time, not just a place that you go to escape into the fantasies and the insanities and all the other crap out there. And that's how you do it. You've got to practice the mindfulness. You've got to get support. You've got to go into envisioning, because deep down is where I live most of the time. And when I'm not in that space, things are not easy and effortless. Can you relate to that? Thinking that you don't deserve can't exist in that place. And you can be, and you can do, and you can have anything you want. I don't really care about your story of the past. I don't want you to care about your story of your past either. And can we let it go all at once? Maybe not. But we can forgive, and we can apologize, and we can make amends, and we can go gently on ourselves. Do whatever you need to do, because your mind is the biggest trap. Your mind is the biggest trap. And it keeps you stuck in this feeling of unworthiness. Maybe there are things that I wouldn't have done in the past if I'd known better. Sometimes it took me 2 or 3 goes before I actually got the lesson. First round, not much improvement. Second time round, a little bit more intense, a little bit more not what I want. Sometimes it takes us 3 times or 4 times round the block to get it. But you have to know that you did what you did, and you made the choices that you made then based on where you were then. And that was then. You can't live in the past, and you can't live in the future. All you have is now. And if you can love into that, then you don't have to stay there. You don't have to stay in your past. You can't keep beating yourself saying, I know better, or I should know better by now. And I think that's something else that I'm constantly working on. Is I do have days where I think I should do it all myself, and I should know better. And that's where you need to lean into community and tribe and family, and know that things can change for you. But you have to be willing to ask. You have to be willing to ask for help. And that's what I'm here for. And I've learned that, when you're not listening to your body, if you're not listening, when you need to lean in, you can't heal the story of your past. You can't see it when you're in it. And that's where, find yourself a great mentor. Find yourself a support group that it can actually hold that space for you and stand in the fire for you when you can't. Because I know that you have to understand that the mind is a trap that's telling you how bad you are all the time, that you're indebted for life, that if you ask for help, that person's going to own your ass, or whatever it is for you. That's not the truth. That's just your mind that wants you to stay where you are. There are many things that I would have done different. Absolutely, me too, Ricky. Yeah, you wouldn't be who you are today if you hadn't gone through that. That's called resilience. That's what makes you all such powerful love warriors and women. So I don't want you to spend, this second right now feeling resentful or guilty about your past. If there's things you need to do, take care of them. If there's people that you need to apologize, including yourself, apologize. Forgive yourself. and move forward into the now, because this is all we have, and the past is just fictional. It only exists in your head, in your thoughts, and if you're sitting there resenting it, you can't move on. I think we spoke about this yesterday. If you're thinking thoughts, you can't be present in the moment, and we want to be present in this moment because this is all we've got. So if you're sitting there thinking, you know what, my past should have been different, and all the should haves and the could haves and the regret and the blame and the shame and all the other bullshit, I've been there, done that, bought the t-shirts. I'll probably go there many times before. Probably you will too. But let it go, know that it's just temporary, and don't rate the world and others as better than you. When you let go of that you're perfect and whole and complete and worthy exactly where you are, nothing else can be there other than you existing in the present. And I want you to realize that you are worthy of everything in the world. And when you start to say, no, I'm not that, oh no, I can't have that, it's just your mind. It's just your mind wanting to resist, and it's just you resisting your past, because that way you don't have to show up in your present. Why are you screwing up in this moment? Maybe because there's something that you need to do there. But if you're getting mad about it, and you're going into the victim mode, and you're getting pissed off with yourself, you can't be present to change, and you can't be present to actually receive the phenomenal opportunities and possibilities and people and things and places that are waiting for you. The world needs you to move into your highest calling. So mourn, grieve, cry. Allow yourself that. Don't try and bypass it. Allow yourself that. Dare yourself to go deep down and feel it in your body, and allow the parts of you that need to cry, that need to grieve, and need to mourn the loss to come up. I had a crazy experience like that, and that's, 10 years later, my beautiful cat Satchmo went walkabout, and I kept bringing him back, and I kept bringing him back, and he had told me his contract with me was over, and he had found a new family, and he wanted to go, and I didn't want to hear that, and I kept bringing him back, and one day he didn't come back, and I couldn't find him, and he disappeared, and I knew he was in his body, but he had told me, and I was not being honoring of that. And only a couple of months ago, he came and visited me in his sleep, because I know he's no longer in his body, and I wept the ugly cry. I cried and cried and cried, and for him and my other cat Red, when I was between homes, when I was homeless, and they had been staying with my sisters in Durban, Red had got run over by a car when I had already moved to Johannesburg, and I only got, hello mother, my mama is here, hi Gail, and I got to cry, and I got to apologize and say sorry for everything that I put those cats through, because I had moved them, and they were with me through thick and thin, and I got to cry, and I got to grieve, and I got to mourn, and I got to thank my cat. And I know that may sound insignificant in some of the challenges that you guys are going through, maybe going through right now, but I want you to know it's temporary, and you will get through it. You will. But I heard somebody say something the other day that went something like, forgiving someone doesn't change their past, it changes your future. So don't be in denial about it, and don't resist it. Dare to go into the places that you are still feeling nervous about, because when you can go into that and let go of all the objections and the doubts and the worry and the fears that you have about staying in the present moment to create a phenomenal future, you won't doubt your value or your worthiness anymore. You won't. You just can't. And it's powerful. This is powerful work. When you see that there's nothing to prove, and there's nothing to hide, you can receive whatever you want. You are deserving. Okay? You are of service. You are here to serve. You have big things to do in the world. And I want you to get out of your own way so you can get out there and share your gifts and your talents as only you have with the people that are waiting for you to show up and shine and share what you have endured and what you have come through the other side wiser and stronger as a teacher, as a mentor, to inspire people like a lighthouse, like a beacon of sun shining for other people to say, holy crap, if she can do it, I can do it too. So please move out of your way, get out of your head, and just stay present with whatever arises. Just love whatever arises. Okay? You are so worthy. You are so worthy. And it's time to own your value. Okay? I love you lots. Put your comments and questions below. If you haven't booked a clarity discovery session and you're interested to know how you can work with me, or you have any questions, or you want to message me offline rather than on the public forum, please go ahead and do so. I'm here to serve you. I'm here to tell you that if you can heal from trauma, and it's time to clear out all that old stuff and just release it. Get rid of all those issues in your tissues and show up. Okay? You are so worthy. You are so loved. I love you, and have a beautiful evening or day wherever you are, and I will speak to you same time tomorrow for day 19, active appreciation. All right, lots of love. Bye. Mwah.